Hi, my name is Maryna Petrychenko. I'm CMO of the smart ecosystem, CoinStruction.com, mixed markets, Consupply and Conem. And this is Chris.
I'm Christof, Waton, the business development officer of the same company, CoinStruction.com. We got two exchanges, which is X Markets, CoinSupply, and we got CoinAM, who is the integrated software of a cold wallet backing the funds up. These days, why are we coming up with this is these days with the market conditions, we all know how it is, how it feels like, the fake volume, it's not liable anymore. The transparency in the crypto space, especially exchanges, is completely gone. So it's time for a change.
So our goal basically is to revolutionize the whole exchanges market. As we know, currently we have big problems with security and market manipulation, volume manipulation, and etc. So that's why we're different. We integrated about 30 different top exchanges in one system. So you, like a trader, you don't have to go through the whole exchanges and to check arbitrages anymore. You go just to one platform, like X Markets, for example, and you have all order books adjusted in one. And we do security audits monthly, which make us the most secure exchange so far in Europe, and we're going to become one of the first European Union regulations.
The end of first quarter of 2019, because right now it needs regulations. I think STO is something that we can still call it new. And everyone's going to do their own thing. So what we want is to have a view like what's common with all of them and start getting regulations or a license based on that. It's kind of useless right now if we do it right now. It's just for the few that are already going to be launched. But it's too soon, it's too small. We are working. Normally, we were first thinking about getting the license for trading security tokens by the end of this year. And now the priority has changed due to market conditions, the potential ICO, the ICO that we are going to run as well, and getting our own community going, because we have two working products. And what we are brand new. We launched like 3 weeks ago, X Markets, for example. So what we want to do is get listings, get our own community going.
But the cool thing as well, before we actually list some ICO, we do our very high quality due diligence, so we don't have any, scam ICOs or wherever, because every ICO we have, the main requirement is the closer hard cap, and the real projects, we meet them personally, and only after that we actually get them listed, so which make us also unique. We don't trade any low quality projects.
We don't allow tokens that are just coming out backed by air. They need to have like an MVP, they need to have a business plan, they need to have everything prepared to be real.
I think this is a problem on the industry as well, that lots of people not educated enough to make a good research, so we make this research for them. We have as well like some partners helping out with this, and for example our team is also very professional in this. Christopher was, he is a venture capitalist himself, and he has an investor company, so we have very professional team making this kind of research, and the customers don't have to be worried about that because we do the job for them.
It's a good question, but when you say institutional money, I do think that there is already institutional money. You see the market manipulation, you've seen the billion injections the past few months, like instantly, like out of the blue, a couple billion, like for example,
like
2 days ago, for example, Bitcoin went up like $700 for like a minute. I was like, what the hell is going on? So
those are almost Visa numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we've seen is the past year, Google, Facebook, YouTube, like brands in the world, They have been talking about, oh, we are thinking about banning it, creating the dip. We are going to ban it, creating the dip. An update about it. But in the end, it should have been in August. They all changed their mind. Google, for example, was talking with Cardano. YouTube changed it. Facebook changed it. And so it's, in my opinion, that's pure market manipulation to get the lowest price, to get institutions to get in. That's where you see the billion-dollar injections coming in the past few, let's say, 4 or 5 months. As soon as one SEC gets approved, regulations will pick up the pace. They will go faster and faster because, oh, it is approved. We need to have regulations because we want our cut. What I don't agree with is a government saying, oh, you're not allowed to do this. It's blockchain. We don't have borders.
This is the whole purpose of the blockchain.
It's owned by everyone.
The governments cannot dictate the rules.
I think right now the state is just not ready. Governments are not ready to have anything to say about cryptocurrency, about blockchain.
Most of the governments.
Most of the governments. Because they need to be educated first, and it takes okay, we've been into the space for a few months, years. So they're not ready.
But at the same time, you have great examples of governments like Malta, for example, are very progressive in these terms, and they get the idea and they provide all the conditions for company to be there. And the world is very big, and if some governments start to make challenges for companies to proceed with their activities, then governments like Malta are going to win a lot because they provide these things. And it's not only the one government who doing that, quite of them already doing this. And regulation is not the main problem. My personal opinion, education is the main problem because we don't have this subject in universities or in schools. And it's quite new, and lots of people, especially newbies and beginners, they think they can handle this amount of information. They think it's too difficult. So I think the main goal of the industry should be to teach people. That's why one of our partners, which we're going to announce soon, is a trading school, and we have big communities of traders coming to our platform, and we're going to educate them. And that's why it's very important to educate people to prevent scams. People will get scammed if they know how to make their own due diligence, And then regulation, of course, it's important, but we have already countries doing this, and I think it's all just a matter of the time. And the industry has no way back than success because it's too late to stop this out. And decentralization going to change the world. I'm really believing this with all my heart. And not governments or any big corporations can stop this process. It's too late to stop it. Yes, but we are here to change it. I mean, it's our natural right to be the owners of our information and our money. Why should I pay, someone money if I want, for example, send money to him in another side of the world? Who says that I have to do this? Governments.
Since you're a citizen.
This is not fair, and we're going to change it.
If you look back then, we didn't have cars, so there's a difference between cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. The technology is going to be an evolution for the world. With everything that's coming out, everything that is able through blockchain technology is immense. Cryptocurrencies on the other side, do we need this much? No. A lot of them backed by air? Yeah. They have to be scratched out, and that's where regulations step in. Audits. Get everything regulated. They have to show the papers. A lot of things out there, projects don't even have a business plan, or they make mistakes in their white paper and that kind of stuff. It's not done. It's not professional. So it's an evolution. Let's do it. It's insane. I'm a co-founder of a private investment group. All the softs are on my name, and I'm the guy that does the due diligence. so I know how to do the research. A lot of people, if I would post right now in the group, oh, Bitcoin Cash is amazing, like a lot of people would just, they don't even have to look at news, they don't do their own due diligence about anything, they just trust. And that's what is being abused these days a lot, trust and transparency. The most important thing for projects to do is, well, first of all, we are in a bear market right now, and we are at a neutral point of the bear market. Like Ethereum and Bitcoin aren't really moving up or down. They're going up a little bit, down a little bit. Is it the right time to list? Who decides what's the right time? When you go to volatility, it's just the days of the day trader. What projects should do is keep the open communication with the community, and that's where a lot of them just lack, they fail. They don't list, okay, that's fine, you don't list. However, what's happening in between? They don't do updates about what's happening with the project, they don't do development updates, they don't announce partnerships, they don't hunt partnerships, they're just, what are they doing? And that's why community, there's a lot of fear these days. For communities, public sales are failing everywhere because
Lack of trust.
the lack of trust. The trust is completely gone, especially in ICOs. I think that's for each person on his own to decide what is like relating to me, what do I like.
We're not convincing no one. It's
No.
their own decision. We just provide high quality research, analytics and numbers. That's it.
I would go for like when good platforms, nothing is what makes something good. You have to prove yourself, and something that we don't control, we don't even normally not even talk about. Do I follow crypto news? Yeah, but you see the psychology behind it. Like, for example, again, Google says, oh, we are thinking about dumping it or about banning it, it creates a dump. It's a psychology behind it. It's a sentiment of news, what makes the market these days. We got too many uneducated people in the space. They are immature. They stepped in during the bubble moment, end of last year, when it got so much media attention. They are immature. They are not grown up. It's their first bear market, and that's why everything goes up and down with just news. The sentiment of the news, that's all what determines